O Great Spirit, Namaste. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, in all thy names and all of thy forms, in thy formless presence, Namaste. O ye powers that be of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. Ancestors, ancestors, ancestors of all other lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. Most beloved gurus of the Holy Kriya lineage, Om Shri Babaji Ya Namaha, Om Shri Lahiri Mahasayaji Ya Namaha, Om Shri Yukateshwarji Ya Namaha, Om Shri Paramahansa Yoganandaji Ya Namaha, Om Shri Sheliji Ya Namaha, Om Shri Kriyanandaji Ya Namaha. As we clear our paths, bless us. Bless our time together. May we hear that which needs to be heard, speak that which needs to be spoken. May the path be swept clear for us at this moment. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste, Ji. Welcome. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday Sangha. Once upon a yogi time, in the ever-present now, there lived a young man searching. There lived a young woman searching for the meaning of life, searching for how to organize life. It seemed very confusing to them. They grew up in good families. They had parents that loved them and grandparents and aunts and uncles, and in a good community, supportive and loving. But they were not sure which way their path should go. In each of their homes, their mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers and family members all attuned to a form of the divine. And they could look out and see that their aunt and their uncle attuned to one form of the divine. They could go to grandma's house and see that there were many forms of the divine that she obviously attuned to. Her altar had many forms, her house had many forms. And they went from place to place, from friend to friend, and they saw differences in what people attuned to, who they attuned to, what form of the divine they attuned to. So one day, they were friends. They get together and they said, well, what do you think? The young man asked the young woman. She says, I don't know, Raja. I don't know. And he says, well, Chandraji, I don't know either. I don't understand. I need someone that I can trust. I need to be guided. I need to have a form of the divine that I can rely upon. Me too. And nobody has the answer. Let's go on a pilgrimage. pack their bags, little bags, and head around the world. On the first place that they land, well, these people must have it right. First place they land, they must have it right. There's Buddhas every place, just Buddhas, nothing but Buddhas. Oh, well, I think maybe this is the land that knows it all. And they explore, and every place they went, all of the chapels, all the altars, all the temples were devoted to Buddha. And then they get to a temple, no Buddhas. Small temple, meditation temple, wise abbot. May we come in? Of course, you're welcome. Please come. Why no Buddhas? You look like you follow the path of the Buddha. Why no Buddhas? Yeah. Study the sacred teachings, my dear. The Buddha asked that there be no images made in his likeness. But look at this. Not only do we have images galore made in his likeness, but in my country, the Buddha looks like this, nice and round and plump. And you go next door to my neighbor, and the Buddha is long-faced and a big crown on its head and long ears. Which Buddha is it? No. This is not the way. Oh, maybe he's got something here. Maybe we should continue our journey and come back here. Sure, you're welcome back anytime. Off they go. Next country, guess what? No images at all of the divine. None. Not a single image in the whole country. But every place you went, you saw Allah. Allah. And then you'd see that followed by the merciful, the compassionate. Allah. No images here. Isn't that interesting? But they're very devoted, and they write the name of the divine. Well, we'll keep this in mind, and off they go again. They come to another country. What do they see? Why, they meet those beautiful people who are gathered around the trees. They meet the Druids. Oh. And through the whole land, they see people who are attuned to nature, who are attuned to the beautiful trees. Oh, and the trees there were so grand and so big, and you could hear them if you listen carefully. We might want to come back here. Not quite yet. We might want to come back here. They keep traveling. They come to another country, and everyone in that country, le soleil, le soleil, le soleil. Ah, the sun. Wow, this is different. And all over the country, masks of the sun god are made. Next door, Chandraji finds her country. Not her country, but the country she's named after. Everyone there. Oh, la luna, la luna, la luna, la bella luna, the moon. Off they go again. Wow, this is getting tired. The Buddha, images when he said no. Allah, no images. The Druids with the trees. The sun, the moon. What's next? And you know, they come to the country with crucifixes. Some of those crucifixes had a form of the divine with its arms spread out, crucified on the cross. They didn't like that too much. It didn't feel kind to them. It felt kind of sad. They went on. Right next door, there's a church with the crucifix No image on it, no body on it, no crucified form of the divine. We'll see. They keep on going. And they travel around the world. They come to a mosque, or to a temple. Again, no images of the divine. YHVH. Nobody speaks the name of the divine. But they all know what the divine is like. Big, long, white beard, old man. You better pay attention. And they leave. Then they come to a big, big, big land. And this is the most confusing land of all. They come to this land, and as they walk through this land, guess what happens? Why, they come to a temple, and here they see a big pot-bellied elephant form of the divine. People are throwing flowers, people are chanting, and they walk, and there are all of these shrines all over the country. They go into people's homes when they're invited. There's always this elephant-headed creature, divine one. But they walk a little further, and there is this matted-haired divine one they called Shiva, sitting in deep meditation. They walk further, and there is Lakshmi with all of the gold coins around her. And further, and there is Durga with her tiger. Lord Hanuman is next, the monkey god. And by this time, they are tired. And I imagine you're as tired as I am, as they are. For it's very confusing. Each place that they go, and they haven't even finished going around the world yet, each place that they go, it's different. Each place that they go. One place there's a square, beautiful black square stone that the people go to honor. Another place there are beautiful obelisks, if you will, that they go to honor. But all around the world, people are trying to find a form of the divine that is best for them. They end up back in the mystic's house, right? For that's what he was. They thought he was Buddhist, but he was a mystic. He was a Kriya. He knew that to find the divine, you needed to find your own form of the divine, your own name. Well, you needed to have an intimate relationship with the divine. Now, I know some of you have this already. Oh, but it can always become more intimate. It can always become deeper, more full, richer. For the longer you have this relationship with the divine, the more that you realize, oh, there's so much more. So much more. It's a gateway to my enlightenment. This relationship with my chosen form of the divine, yours with your chosen form of the divine. It is intimate. Now, I'm asking you to listen freshly. Listen afresh. Even if you think you know your form of the divine very well. Ishta Devata is the Sanskrit phrase to speak of one's chosen form of the divine. Why is this needed? Why? Why would you do this? Well, you ever have ever see somebody who's really close to you? You have friends, family, somebody who's close to you, and you're in need. You need something. You're in a room, there's 12 people. You're not going to ask the stranger for help. You're not even going to ask the acquaintance for help. You're going to go right to the person in the room that you know can help you, that you know you can rely upon. Now, when we attune to our Ishtadevata, we must prepare, we must reflect. What do we reflect upon? If you, my beloved, came face to face with the divine, what are the attributes that you would want that divine one to have? What would you want? Would you want your Lord, your Ishta, to be compassionate, to be reliable, to be understanding, to understand and accept you no matter what you've done, to help you, to have all the skills in all the universes to help you? Not someone you have to beg for, not someone you have to beg to the help, but someone that you can say, can you give me a little guidance here? Show me the way, open the door for me. Please help me to see what is best here, how I can best do this. Please let your blessings flow through me that I might serve more wisely. What would you want? Humor? That's a big one for me. Humor, compassion, wisdom, kindness, non-judgmentalness. Take a minute, shut your eyes for just a moment, and ask yourself, what do you want the form of the divine to have? What attributes? Just for a moment. Shut your eyes. Now lock into those attributes. Lock into them. Remember them. Now I'm going to ask you a question. This is a tough question. What are the attributes of the form of the divine of your childhood? Some of you will say, I've heard you just say now, well, I wasn't raised with a relationship with a God or with the divine one. But you were raised in a culture. What do you think from your childhood the attributes of the gods would be? Now you know and I know that in many, many, many cultures, the divine, the God, the highest good of all good. For that is what God means, the good, G-O-O-D, shrunk. It's a tetragrammatron. It's the manifestation in 4 realms. God, the good. It's a beautiful, beautiful awareness. Life. You know that sometimes people are told that God is judging you. God is not the master puppeteer of your life. It's not a new phrase. My guru used to say it. He is not the master puppeteer. God does not decide, my beloved, what is going to happen to you. God does not punish you. God does not judge you. Those are human constructs. They are constructs that are created for purposes other than to be of help to you. But finding your Ishtadevata, oh, this is a blessing. Sometimes we are told at the end of your life, you're going to go to heaven or to hell or to wherever it is, and you will be judged. It's an incorrect concept. It is an error in thinking. At the end of our lives, we are judged, not by anybody else. Just like at the end of every day, we are judged, not by others. C'est moi, pour moi, c'est vous, pour vous. Me for me, you for you. No one else. For it is how we judge ourselves that is the greatest of all challenges. So you do not need to worry about the God or the good judging you. Set that aside. Say now, I'm good enough to have an intimate relationship with the divine. And if your mind says, no, I'm not really, she's just saying that, I'm not really good enough for this. Well, that's fine. It's just your mind. All right, every day in every way, I am becoming worthy. And until then, I'm going to pursue that good relationship, that intimate relationship with the divine. Every day in every way, I am becoming worthy. And until then, my Lord, my beloved Ishtadevata, I come to you as I am, knowing you will accept me. Knowing you will accept me. You will be here for me. You will accept me. What a relief that is when we find our Ishtadevata, when we begin to communicate with our Ishtadevata. Now, form is important. Namarupa, name and form. There is power in name and there is power in form. You know this. I have a name that my mother and father and my aunts and uncles and cousins called me when I was a little girl. And my husband calls me by that name. And now, only a few in the world are left that know that name and call me by that name. Some of my cousins still do. But the aunts and uncles are gone, grandparents are gone, mom and dad are on the other side. But that name opens my heart in a way that no other name does. My brothers call me a name. Nobody but them can call me, which is Sis, You'd think they didn't know my name. But that is their name for me. different than the childhood name. And when that name is called by them in their voices, a different part of my consciousness opens. There is a name that's very special that Mom and Dad called me. Just them, just the two of them. When I hear that, again, something else opens. There's the name that I was ordained with that my guru calls me, which you know, Pranananda, or the full name Jyoti Pranananda. That draws forth an entirely different state of consciousness, draws forth an entirely different set of awarenesses, and brings in a set of awarenesses that other names don't. Take a minute. What are your names? What are the names you are called by? And feel for just a minute. I'd like you to think of 3 names and feel for just a moment how each one draws a different state of consciousness to your awareness. You have it? Now you can feel the importance of name. And you can feel the importance of form. You react differently to name and to form. I'm sorry, my mind was seeing a form that the form of my guru. Which for me opens a different state of consciousness, a different place in my entire being than any other form does. You for you. Each of us sees the form of those that we love, those that we like, those that we dislike, and we are moved. Hear that, please. We are moved by the form and the name. The consciousness is moved by the form and the name. Very important. We're still on the way to the Ishtadevata. You now have an opportunity to attune to your Ishtadevata, to say, what is the form and the name that will move me? You may have a form of the Ishta that you've attuned to. You may find the form changes over time. You may find the name changes over time. For, if you look at, on the altar here, there's a form of Avalokita Kishvara Bodhisattva, or you can call it him or her, depends on the country you're in, the Thousand-Armed Cannon in Japan, Kuan Yin in India and China. The form moves you. The name moves you. But my beloved, just as when you were a child, Mom and Dad would say, "Oh, sweetheart. Oh, hi, honey. Hi, Dad. How are you? Oh, Papa, I'm so glad to see you. Hi, sweetheart." The name and the form matter. But for some of you, you go into the military and they say, Hello, Sergeant. You see the military uniform. And that brings a different state of consciousness to you when that happens. What am I saying to you? I'm saying that to remove the fear, the confusion, the anger, the jealousy, the greed, all of these confining emotions from your life, attuning to your Ishtadevata will provide you the gateway to liberation, the gateway to insight, the gateway to enlightenment. For your Ishtadevata is your gateway to a form of the divine, to the divine who will draw you in, bring you to, carry you along the stream of life's goodness. Now I'm going to finish the story, and then we're going to meditate. The boy and the girl, Raja and Chandraji, go back home. They go to their room to meditate. They go to the joint meditation room. Let me just say this. They're going to ask a question. They fast, they chant, they pray. Please show us the real God. Please show us the real God. Please show us the real God. Well, after a few days of chanting and meditating, it didn't happen in 2 minutes. All of a sudden, in front of them, oh my gosh, why there's Buddha. There's all of the saints. There's this elephant-headed Ganesh. There's the Christ. There's Allah written. There's Yahweh written. There's the Soleil. There's La Luna. All there. There's Hanumanji there. There's Durgaji. There's Lakshmiji. There's Shivaji. There's Parvati. They've all come. The trees of the Druids are there. All of them. All of the Egyptian gods are there in front of them. Every form of the divine, the gods of the Aztecs are there. All of the forms that you thought had disappeared, they were all there. Mithra even showed up. Whoa. Wow. It's pretty full in here. What do we do with all this? And she says, with the real God, please stand up. And in a nanosecond, all of the forms of the divine merged into a flame of light, into golden light. And the sound of Om radiated through the universe. And then the sound of the never-ending silence. And they knew what to do. So what's next? Well, I'm going to lead you through a meditation. But it's only the doorway. It's only to the doorway. What's next is that when you call forth your Ishtadevata to you, in America we say we call the Ishta to us. But in mysticism, we say that the Ishta that is right for us draws us into its aura. The Ishta that is right for us draws us into its aura. Remember that, my beloved. Only that which you are relative to will come to you. Become relative to your Ishtadevata. Become relative to your Ishtadevata. Now, I'll leave you three very simple things, and then I keep saying then we're going to meditate. We will meditate. Three very simple things. Tonight you need to reflect. It's a new moon. It's a very special new moon. A new moon in Pisces. The aspects are very, very, very special at this time. Reflect. What is the most beautiful, benefic? What are the most beautiful and benefic traits that you could ask for in the divine? What would you want? What do you want? Is it utter understanding? Is it compassion? Is it trustworthiness? Is it someone who can say, I know you're here on the earth. I know sometimes this is a rough garden. There's a lot of rocks here. But let me show you the path. You need to say, all right. And then what makes me sure that I can trust this form of the divine? For my beloved, you are trying to establish a relationship with the form of the divine, a form of the divine, a form of the goodness of life, a form of God, so that ultimately you can have the relationship with that which is formless. The relationship will improve your life immensely. Improve your life immensely. It does not mean that all difficult karma goes away. Sometimes people become ill of body and they'll say, well, how could God do this to me? Well, I'm sorry, God didn't do it to you. You might have been born in a difficult time, difficult circumstances, but God did not do it to you. Remember that. Think about, reflect upon, take the time. What are the attributes that you wish your form of the divine to have? And write it down. And hold it close to you. And take it into your dreams tonight. And call upon the Divine One and say, please come. Hi, I'd like to be in a more intimate relationship with you. It doesn't matter. I say you have the form of your relationship with the form of the divine. Sometimes we forget that it can be more intimate, that it can be more loving, it can be more beautiful. Just ask, and it will be such. Now, as we go through this meditation, remember this. When we finish the meditation, you need to do this every time you sit down to call upon your Ishtadevata. You need to smile at your Ishta. And I mean, you're in your meditation. You should feel your face smile. You may be eyes shut, but you should feel a smile on your face. And then wait for your Ishtadevata to smile back at you. Wait. And sometimes your Ishta will smile instantly, absolutely instantly. And other times your Ishta will be perhaps a little delayed in smiling or not move at all. Or maybe you'll say to me, well, I couldn't see it, but you can feel it. You can feel your smile and you can feel their smile coming back to you. And then again, you introduce yourself. Again, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you've had this relationship for, some of you tell, oh, I've had this a long time. I don't need to introduce myself. Yeah. I was wondering if we might have a more intimate relationship. May I call you by a more intimate name? You might say to your Ishtadevata. May I call you by a more intimate name? And listen. Maybe your Ishta says, oh, you can call me. You could add G to my name. Adding G is an intimate reference. Or you might find that in the language of your birth, your childhood, there's a way of intimacy that you might call. But listen carefully. Smile and ask for an intimate name. And then learn to speak to your Ishta. The first thing you're going to do, and again, I'm telling you, whether you've had the relationship or not, this week you can talk to your Ishta. What are you worried about? What are you concerned about? Everything, until you don't have anywhere left. You don't have anything left. Just tell them everything you're worried about. Tell your Ishta everything. And then when you're finished, say, please help me to hear you. Please help me to hear your guidance and see your guidance. Please help me. Free me from my limitations that I might be a blessing. Free all beings from their limitations. Free me from my limitations that I might be a blessing. It doesn't matter. You don't have to say a blessing to my dog, a blessing to my husband, a blessing to my children, a blessing to the neighbor, a blessing to the world. Just a blessing. Try it. Try it, my beloved. Try it. And you will find that the fears that you have, the confinement that you have, the anger that you have, the distrust that is in your mind, the fear of judgment, it all goes away. It all goes away just for a little bit, and that's all that matters, because if it goes away for a little bit, your whole life changes. And so let us turn inward on this beautiful, beautiful day with the sun in Pisces and the moon in Pisces and a number of the other planets moving into Pisces. Pisces is the sign of the zodiac that is ruled by Neptune. Neptune, the planet that is the planet of inspiration, the planet that allows us to draw forth the feeling states, the awarenesses from the higher realms, not the solid, but the awarenesses that will inspire you, that will guide you, that will be a blessing unto you. Before the calendar was changed, Pisces was the beginning of the zodiac. Consider this an important day and draw forth the blessings of life as we move into our meditation. And then, as always, we will have, at the end of the meditation, gather our spiritual energies and send forth our blessings unto life. Sitting with your spine erect, Placing your hands in the Om Mudra upon your thighs, the index fingers and the thumbs touching together. And turning your head to the left, exhaling twice. Bring the head back to the center and now begin to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath, drawing the energy from the limbs to the trunk. From the trunk to the spinal column. From the base of the spine to the sun center. Move that energy out as a golden ball of light in front of you. And sweep to the left 3 times, encasing your whole body in golden light. Now expand that golden light and ascend as high as you are able into the universe. Ascend. Reaching the high place of meditation. Find yourself in a comfortable, safe place. Just sit for a moment and watch your breath. Now in front of you, you see a golden circle of light. Feel the golden circle of light. It's at your mind's eye. Move that circle of light. Push it as far away from you as you can. You see it moving away into the distance. Becomes smaller and smaller, till all you can see is a tiny dot. And you push that dot. And now inhale, and the dot comes back. And it is the color of consciousness. That dot comes closer to you. And as you approach, you feel the dot is quite special. You feel, you see, you sense as the dot approaches. your Ishtadevata within the light. Your form of the divine. The form of the divine that is choosing you, that you are choosing. Intimate. Allow it to come closer until you know you are in its presence. Lift up your eyes, keeping them closed. Lift them up to the sun center and see, feel, sense the presence of your Ishtadevata. Greet your Ishta. Feel your Ishta return your greeting. Introduce yourself. What is the name you would like your Ishta to call you by? Ask your Ishta the name you should use to call the Ishta. And now smile at your Ishta. Feel the beloved presence, the blessings pouring down upon you. Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. Ask your Ishta to join you as we offer our prayers. Ask your Ishta to join you in every part of your day and every part of your night. Become intimate with your Ishta. Learn to succor unto your Ishta. Learn to ask that your limitations be freed, that you might be a blessing, that all beings have their limitations free. And this evening, reflect upon your Ishta. Learn to know your Ishta more intimately today and in the coming days, so that you trust your Ishta. You know that your Ishta is good, that all of the goodness dwells within your Ishta, that the pathway to enlightenment is opened through your Ishta. Let go of all the confining emotions of your mind and of your body and turn them to your Ishta. Let us meditate, ascending to the high place of meditation. You and your Ishta and you. As we chant the Om Shanti mantra, may the blessings radiate forth from your sun center, from our sun centers to all that are in need. Most beloved Ishta, O ye powers that be in all the realms, we call upon thee to join us, to send forth our blessings. First, to Mother Gaia, may the golden light of Anandic bliss pour over Mother Gaia, through her and within her, that the light radiate forth. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those who are living with hardened hearts, may their hearts be softened. May their karma be softened. May their interaction with the world become more harmonious. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Our most beloved Lord of life, we send forth our blessings to all of those who are living with food insecurity, water insecurity, housing insecurity, financial insecurity, healthcare insecurity, emotional insecurity. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, pour forth thy blessings along with us to all of those sentient beings upon the earth, to the trees, to the birds, to the elephants, the tigers, the flowers, all of the fish form life, all sentient life, my Lord, that the karma be softened. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O Lord, for all of our loved ones, that their karma be softened. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those whose personalities we do not get along with, may their karma be softened. May our karma be softened. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Most beloved Ishta, we call upon thee to send forth thy blessings for all of those souls who are entering the earth plane at this time. May they remember their goodness. May their way be smoothed. May they and their helpers be blessed. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those souls who are leaving the earth plane at this time, may they remember their good deeds. May they remember their good deeds. May they remember their good deeds. May their way be cleared. May their helpers be blessed. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Free all beings from limitations. Free me, free us from all limitations, that we might be a blessing. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thou art a blessing. Seek to become an ever greater blessing to all of those who enter your aura. Om Tat Sat Om. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Namaste Ji. Namaste. Thank you for the blessings of your presence, for your meditative energies, for your spiritual support. Be blessed on this special day. Namaste Ji.